I very recently got diagnosed with ADHD, and to say that was the most validating experience of my life is an understatement. The reason I bring that up is because now that I'm on that journey, I want to put myself on the right track so that when I am fully medicated and on the correct dosage, I'll hopefully maybe have a bit of an easier time with things. And I know that medication isn't some magic pill, but my God, the difference that I have noticed over the past few months with the current dosage I'm on is insane. So in today's video, I'm going to tackle the one thing that has always bothered me, and something that I've tried to tackle in the past many times, is the fact that I have too many items, belongings, whatever, and often nowhere to put them. And I moved into this house quite some time ago, 7+ months maybe, and I still don't have a home for those items, and it kind of stresses me out. I invite you to come along with me as I go through the main problem areas of my house, and I give the items in those areas two categories, which is keep or throw. I also attempt to use decluttering techniques that I've seen other people use, such as reverse decluttering, talking myself through the process, and saying goodbye to the item as I let it go. Also, if you're ADHD or some form of neurodivergent, I encourage you to use this video to body double with, because I know that technique can be really helpful for some people. And I'd also really appreciate it if you all could leave some comments down below letting me know how you declutter items in your space, because it's different for everybody and it's fun to share. My name is Jared and I am titling this The Declutter Project. So everything on this shelf I theorize is a keep. Here, for example, I got as a gift for Christmas. Yeah, I think it's just a good idea. I'm gonna keep that. Right. These are books that I got when I was gonna study film and TV. I feel like these might be a throwaway because I'm not gonna use these. So I'm gonna get rid of these. I don't want to label anything throw, like donate or keep or sell. I want to label everything throw, so that if I do that, I haven't gone, oh, but I wanted to donate that. I can just throw it out and it's fine. I need a sentimental box, actually. I made this wallet years ago, and when I say years ago, I mean I was like 14 maybe. It's made out of duct tape. This is a duct tape wallet. These are from 2015. These are from almost 10 years ago. I'm not interested in keeping those. I made this mask for a D&D campaign I was running, and I still like him. I think he looks cool. I think he looks dope as fuck. He does look amateurish, like someone who doesn't know what they're doing made him. Oh, put the mask on, become feral. Oh wait, you don't need a mask for that. You already are feral. You already are feral. This is Edward, by the way. I've got 2 cats. Can you hear the engine? This is a stein, a pint or glass from my brother's wedding. Keep, obviously. Keep, useful. I play D&D, and if you don't keep your dice in these boxes, which most of us don't, you store your minis in them. What you can do is if you glue like a very thin washer onto the base of your mini, and then inside of this, you glue a magnet on the bottom, you then can stick your mini there and he'll stay in there, and then this protects your mini. This is a glass cutter. A glass cutter that doesn't work. Throw. My favorite game is Minecraft, always has been, so these are all keeps. Diablo 2, I played this game non-stop for literal years. Never completed the fucking game. I just played it. I've had this book the entire time, and it has been damaged repeatedly. I have continuously put it back together, but strategy guide, love it. Keeping it, sentimental. In my opinion, the best Final Fantasy 13 game. 13 was trash, 13 Lightning Returns was eh. This was with a better one. I think they did well with this one. I liked this one. Plus the soundtrack was fucking dope. Throw. I feel indifferent to keeping these. I'm gonna throw them. I'm gonna keep the tin. I like tins. Oh, okay. The boy is in here. I thought I lost him. I didn't lose him. He's lost his arms though. The boy is part of the council. The council insists of this, a possum looking thing, and a Barbie doll we've named Brittany. I don't know how to explain. Is that any clearer? There we go, he's back with his council members. Hell yeah, look at that. That whole shelf is done, and I'm only keeping 2 tubs worth. There's some things here I'm pretty confident already that I know I'm gonna keep. Like these games, I know I'm keeping all of these. These are cords for all my consoles and stuff. This is being kept. Hey, let's not play with the cord. Thank you so very much, buddy. Because you know how much playing with cords thrills me, especially when they're turned on electric. I don't know if you know this, but you can conduct electricity through your entire body and die. This is for my hookah that I've not yet used because I haven't bought the pipes for it. It's the thing that the blue caterpillar smokes in Alice in Wonderland. I think it'd be a fun social activity. I just need to buy the pipes. I have to set my goal. I've set a goal of like X period of time, buy the pipes. If you don't buy the pipes, then you need to reconsider. Like if you want, like for example, if I want to keep the shisha, the hookah, whatever it's called, as like a decorative piece, sure, I can do that. That's not a problem. But do I need to keep the charcoal and the tobacco and like the flavorings if I'm not going to smoke them? You know what I mean? Throw this. It's a essay writing. No. I broke my right tibia during a break-in of May 2018. This was for when you were crippled and you couldn't do anything and you felt the most unsafe you've ever felt in your entire life. And this made you feel more capable because you felt the most useless and the most unsafest you've ever felt in your entire life. And this dumb thing gave you the ability to be useful again. And boy did I, once I got this on, I zipped. I was like, yeah boy, I ain't stopping for no man. And I didn't stop for no man. It was so good. That was in 2018, it's now 2024. What, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 6 years ago. I'm gonna chuck this. I'm not interested in keeping it. Broken anyways, it doesn't function anymore. So I can't even give it to someone who might be able to use it. A puzzle I bought, I moved into this house. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a puzzle for me to complete. Why do I want to keep these? I want to keep these because I spent money on them. Okay. I like the idea of putting a puzzle together. I want to keep them because I want to complete them. Why haven't I completed them? I don't have the attention span for a puzzle. I don't have the attention span for a puzzle. I've not tried to complete the puzzles since becoming since becoming medicated for ADHD. I hadn't yet had the diagnosis when I got these puzzles. I feel like I'm justifying keeping these. I said at one point, I don't want to keep things just because. I want to have a reason for keeping things, right? But I feel like keeping these because I like the idea of completing them one day, I don't feel like that's a good reason. But I also feel like I want to keep them. And one person that I've watched, Space Maker Method, I think she used to be called the suitcase designer, but she's now called Space Maker Method. She says declutter with confidence. And not that I'm not confident in my decision with these, because my decision I think is going to be keep. But I'm trying to justify why I want to keep these. They're also not that old. If I had had these for like a year or two, and I was like, no, I'm going to complete these one day, then maybe I'd be like, okay, are you though? Like, are you going to complete them? I'm going to keep these. I want to complete them. I want to give myself the chance to complete them. And if I haven't completed them in 6 months' time, then maybe then I'll reevaluate whether or not I should keep them, or should I throw them away? Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure most of what's in here I'm keeping, but let's just go through and find out. I don't want to keep these. These are photo frames that I bought for very cheaply. I want to keep these. Let's go through this tub because it is the most empty out of the two. This is all video games. Yeah, straight up keeping all of this. The D&D map that my friend who's running one of the campaigns I play drew. I don't want this. He might. some mister, which I don't use as a mister because misting plants but this is a cute decor piece, so I'm keeping it. I think the rest of this is all like nerd stuff. So all of this is keep. I want to use this, and I was using this. I feel like this is a throw. This doesn't work for my brain. Cushions for a couch I no longer own. I think what these would be good for, and actually what I'm probably going to keep them as, is for my office chair. For when like my bum gets numb because I've been sitting at my office chair for too long. Putting these under there to provide a bit of cushion. So then I'm going to give these a wash and then put these in the office, and these can be bum pillows. Pillows for my bum. Pillows for my bum. I bought this cabinet with the intention of getting like a fish tank or some form of enclosure on it so I could get rats, because I wanted pet rats when I first moved into this house. Now, that didn't happen. I got cats instead, but I still want to keep this because I spent money on it. The thing is, right, what am I keeping it for? I'm not going to throw it away because I think I can find a use for it. But if I can't find a use for it by the time I've decluttered everything, then I need to reevaluate my choice on keeping it. All of that stuff on the shelf there, I was looking for that fucking thing. That blue thing there, it's an incense burner, an oil burner. I was looking for that. I forgot I put it there, right? Part of the problem. All that stuff I've intentionally put there. That's a blanket that I was hanging up there to dry out. The clothes, the thing that it's hanging on is a clothes like hanger. I don't think I'm going to use it as a clothes hanger. There's a bit just here. I'm thinking of removing that part and using this as a trellis in the garden. I've now decided what I'm keeping and what I'm throwing. I am not keeping everything in that box. I am keeping those shelves, all of those tubs, everything over there, the blanket, obviously, the rack that it's on, that shelf and everything on that shelf, keeping the guitar, keeping the cat tower, keeping the cat. I've got fitness mat, bench, which I've just bought, keeping that, keeping the TV. Even if I don't use it as a main TV inside the house, I've got two TVs. One is better than the other. So the one that's better I'll use inside the house. And then the other one is going to go in the garage. And it's going to be my garage TV, which is going to be connected up to a Chromecast. So now that I've decided that everything else here is a keep, I need to move all of that stuff back over to here and then move on to the next room. It's going to be the office. So this is my office. It has not really changed since I set it up. Everything is still relatively in the same space. I've just put more things in here that I don't have room for. I don't have a home for. So we're going to start off really easily with this box that's just down here, because this box is consoles. So what I'm going to do is all of this. I'm actually going to decide if I'm keeping the things at the same time. I'm going to keep all of these. These are Sharpie liners. These are good quality liners, so I'm going to keep them. I don't need to keep the boxes. I feel a little like understimulated by this. I was eating and I went through like social media and I was scrolling through like all that. So I think maybe my attention span is now like on that level. Mumbo Jumbo, literally one of the only YouTubers I bought merch from. The other was Jenna Marbles, which was a pop socket, and I lost it. I lost the pop socket. It fell off my phone and I didn't realize, and it's gone. I lost it years ago and I'm so mad about it, especially now that she, doesn't make YouTube videos anymore. But Mumbo Jumbo, I love him. I don't watch him as often as I used to, but I still think he's great, and this is a keep. Yeah, I'm gonna retire this journal anyway, so that's okay. I keep all my old journals and I put them in this chest. Tape, regular tape or double-sided? That's double-sided tape that doesn't work. All this is stuff I think I want to journal with. This is where I feel like the throwaway pile is going to increase. So I'm going to focus on what I want to keep over what I don't want to keep. Because if I use reverse decluttering rather than focusing on what you want to throw away, you focus on what you want to keep, because then it takes off that pressure of, oh, I don't know if I want to keep this or not. You're literally going, well, this I definitely want to keep, and this I definitely want to keep, and this I definitely want to keep. And then anything that you didn't go, oh, that's definitely a keep. It's a lot easier for you to go, well, I didn't want to keep that. That wasn't a yes, I need to keep that. So it makes it easier for you to get rid of the items. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on the things I definitely want to keep. I'm actually happy that I removed as much as I did. I am going to keep the paints. I'm going to keep the paints. Why am I keeping the paints? Because I can have fun with them. Are you going to afford yourself the time to have fun with these? Because you haven't, but if you get rid of these ones, you're going to have to buy more paints for when you want to do your more like your art stuff. I'm just going to keep this, apparently. I actually thought I was going to throw this out. I don't like this pencil case because it's hard to reach into. It's hard to get things in and out of. So I'm going to thank this pencil case for its time. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for your time. I'm going to check it out. How good is an empty surface? Look at that. Straight up a typewriter. I bought a typewriter because, again, for journaling. Now, mind you, this was really cheap, this typewriter. It was very cheap. And the idea, I even bought ribbon for it. I think I got more ribbon. And the idea was that I could journal on this, or write headings on this, on some nice cardstock, and then glue that into things. I'm keeping this because I love old technology. Fun fact, typewriters like this one require insane finger strength and hand dexterity. My God, you type on it for 5 minutes and you're exhausted. The women who were in a crowded room full of other women typing away on those things, they could have killed the men that were abusing them purely just by poking their eyes out with their insanely strong fingers. Draw one. Keeping. I'm actually on the fence about those. So I don't use stamps. Like at all. These I'm going to put in the throw out bin, actually. Second drawer. Just throw away. I don't like these. They're shitty quality. There's going to be pens. This, full of washies. I can get rid of that one. This is all stuff that I want to journal with for one reason or another. Oh my God, this is definitely a keep. It's a Doctor Who TARDIS book that I bought so many years ago. And then my friend went to Comic-Con or something. She got River Song, Alex Kingston, to Jared, spoilers. And that's Alex Kingston's signature. And then it says, hello, sweetie. What? It says, hello, sweetie? River Song wrote that? That's River Song. River Song wrote in my fucking book. My God. Keep forever. Forever and ever. Oh, Alex Kingston. River Song. So good. So good. Now I want to be the very best. I want to be a post-it note boy. I want to be the boy who uses post-it notes. But I'm not a post-it note boy. I want to keep them, but I also want to throw them out. If I throw them out, I can replace these for relatively cheap, right? So there's that. I can replace these for relatively cheap. I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to throw these ones. I'm going to keep this pink, this blue, this orange, and this yellow / green. I don't know. I'm going to keep those 4. And then these 3 pinks, I'm fucking off. And are we shock, horror, surprised to find more pens? No, these are all going to go. Envelopes. I can replace these envelopes for less than $1. maybe not less than $1. Maybe less than $5. Okay, and then this, I know exactly what is in this. This has rubber bands, AAA batteries, 9 volts, AA's, paper clips, bulldog clips, post-it flags. This is a keep. I like this system. This system works. It's day 2 now, and I'm starting this around like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Excuse you, just because there is a cord there does not mean you get to play with it or chew on it. Away from the cord, thank you so very much. Now I'm pretty sure I'm using this to store my old graphics card in. Xbox controller, that is a keep. Okay, what did I tell you about cords, buddy? If I let you play with every cord, one day you're gonna chew a cord and you're gonna electrocute yourself and die. Do you know you can conduct electricity through your entire body? I know you don't understand what that concept is, but I don't want you to find out. Thank you so very much. Now the rest of this, 3D printer stuff. Raspberry Pi for my this is 3D printer thing. That's a 3D printer thing. These are storage tubs. I 3D printed these. Now I'm pretty sure the guy who does these, he was giving them away for free, the STLs and stuff, but now he sells them. And I don't think I have the files for these anymore, which is fine. You know, you gotta make your money, but I liked when they were free. Yeah, keeping this. It's a good little storage tub. These are all the hard drives, which all have stuff on them. I got given this for free by an old workmate of mine. It's sort of always just sort of collected junk. You know what I mean? Like it's always sort of just been a surface for things to collect on. So I'm gonna get rid of it. So now what is left is that thing there. This is a room divider, and at my old house, this had a plant growing through it. I want to keep it, but I need to reevaluate how it's going to be used. This actually might do really well in the garage because it might help me sort of divide my gym versus like the other spaces of the garage. I also just like its design. I don't know. Maybe I'm more about rattan than I thought I was. More about rattan. Bad name called it. Sewing machine, keeping. Cats, keeping. That little drawer set, keeping. I've got a computer case back there, which is what these belong to, and that's a keep as well because that's going to be the NAS, which that motherboard and GPU is all going to go into. So okay, so I've kept 4 yesterday of fun colors. I'm going to keep these ones as well because they're fun colors. I do feel like that I might probably use these organizationally. If I don't use them, then I need to reevaluate that as well. Chromecast. The Chromecast is probably going to go into the garage, no doubt. Actually, I'm probably going to buy more Chromecasts. I have decided on what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping for this room, which is really good. It's really exciting. I kind of expected this room to take longer. I'm getting a little disheartened because that's all I'm getting rid of. And to be fair, that cardboard box is rubbish. But I'm not getting rid of as much as I thought I would. Because I still have more I still have to maintain more than I thought I would have to maintain in terms of inventory. When it comes to decluttering, I know you need to do several passes, like you have to go over things again and again and again. This is technically only like pass 2 over these items. Because I did a declutter of a bunch of these items last year when I was living in my last house. So this is technically only a second pass. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And maybe it feels like more because nowhere has a home just yet. And I don't have the ability yet to give them a home. So maybe once everything starts having a home and it's not piled up against a wall, I might feel a bit better about it. For the moment, right now, what I need to do is I need to clean the room and I need to put lids on the keep boxes. So I'm gonna tidy this room back up and I'm gonna clean it as well. That includes getting rid of these fucking drink bottles. I'm gonna go from there. We're gonna go from there. It's better. The step now is to find another area of the house that I want to declutter, which it's gonna be the linen cupboard. I've got the linen cupboard and I've got the cupboard in my bedroom that I want to declutter through. And then after that, it's the garage. The garage is next. I don't even know if the linen cupboard needs decluttering. It just needs reorganizing, but I want to go through it anyways There's a cupboard in my bedroom, which I think for the most part, everything is going to be keeping there because I do access that somewhat regularly. So I think everything there's going to be keep anyways. This is the shit show. I actually don't think it's as bad as it looks. I think it's just unkept. Like, this doesn't belong in here. This is a chicken coop that belongs in that garden shed back there. Mower is fine. Those suitcases I want to take inside. Those shelves are good, but they don't have their back anymore. That's for my 3D printer. It's a stand for my 3D printer. My 3D printer's down there. I've got my extra TV there. And I've just got a bunch of tubs. Like, so many tubs. That cardboard's for my garden. That's a sleigh my sister had built for like photography, like photo shoot. And then I now have it. I was gonna turn it into a planter. Freezer, standing freezer that doesn't work as a freezer because it just like locks all the drawers get stuck because it's fucking, what's the word? It just like ices up. So I'm thinking about turning it into a fridge instead. That's my chest freezer, shelf, decorative ladder. That's my recycling bin, which is promptly near my window, so I can just chuck out my recycling bottles in there. But I think most of it is like pots and stuff. Most of it, I feel like, just needs to be gone through. I'm gonna decide if I'm keeping or throwing. I've got enough tubs in here. I didn't feel the need to bring any tubs out. We're just gonna go through it step by step, bit by bit. But I don't think it's gonna take me that long at all. I think I'm gonna be here for maybe 2 hours and it's gonna be done. I don't have any problems. I don't think I'll have any problems with smashing this out. I think I'll be fine. I think this will be okay, actually. I think I'll get this done a lot quicker, a lot easier than I think I'm going to. It's just a big task, and it's very daunting. But I have taken my meds. I took my meds at like 7 AM, so they've had time to do their thing. So let's see how we go. I'm gonna be wearing gloves for when I dig into this pile, just because this is Australia, and spiders and snakes and bears, oh my, can be hiding within this rubble, so I just need to be cautious. So I'm gonna be wearing gloves. I've also got a bunch of like pots and stuff where spiders and stuff can like to hide in. So this is a keep. It belongs on a thing that's inside. Mister, you know you're not supposed to be up on the bench. No. Get down. Get down. He's been avoiding me all morning because I got up him this morning. And now that I'm out here, all of a sudden he wants my attention. This is my friend's water bottle when he helped me move. There's also toilet paper in there. These are rubbish. These are keeps. My friends gave me these. So they had good intentions because they just left them at my house. But I don't have a use for these. Fertilizer, pegs. These are seat covers that I got with my car, or my mum's car. My mum wants these. I don't. But I have to keep them because my mum wants them. I can promise you, darlings, you so don't want to be out here. No, you don't want to be out here. You think you want to be out here, but you don't want to be out here. I can assure you, you don't want to be out here. You're going to be on the harness, tied to a corner somewhere, and you're going to hate it the entire time. So you can hate me for not bringing you out here. Toolbox with tools in it. And a game controller. Wheelie base. For plant pot. Oh my god, you are being so needy. We're gonna halt production. Cats need to come outside. I'm gonna put the harnesses on you, and you guys are gonna hate it. When I come outside, this is what needs to happen, and you know it, and you hate it every time. Actually, Steed, you're doing very well. I'm very impressed by your behavior right now. Come here, come here, come here, come here. You've gained weight since I last put this harness on you. Sorry, I don't mean gained weight. I mean you've grown, you've gotten bigger. Wow, you did really well there, buddy. Proud of you for that too, actually. So this is where you wanted to be. You guys are now in the corner, like I said you'd be. Oh, do you hate it over there? Are you stuck? No, you're not stuck. You're fine. You just want to be able to go further than you can. And guess what, buddy? Nah. 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 We're not having this conversation. Pressure washer. No, that's not a pressure washer. It's a former pressure washer. 3D printer, that's gonna go inside. This suitcase has board games in it. Star Wars, Monopoly, Uno, Catan, a puzzle. I have another puzzle. I forgot about that puzzle. That might be a puzzle I get rid of. But these suitcases are a keep. I just need to clean them and actually put them inside. All tubs are gonna be keeps. These are the stands for my monitors. And then these are part of the stands for my monitors. These are a keep. I am sort of just transferring things from one tub to another, but I have to go through things. So it's sort of just part of the process. Oh my fucking God. It's a cockroach, just one. What do you want? I made this when I was younger. Not interested in keeping this anymore. Do you want to go back inside? Because you can. You can roam freely inside. That cardboard is for the garden. I'm using it as a weed killer. Underneath the cardboard, there's a whole ass dropsel. This is all a keep. These are beds that I need to put together. I have cleared an area. What I'm going to do now is move all the stuff I'm keeping back to this area. Okay. All the stuff I'm keeping is going to come back to this area so that I can work on the rest of what I'm doing. Keep. Let's begin working over here. This is the get rid of pile so far. These are all power tools that I know I'm keeping. I've had this since I moved back to where I live now. Well, 2017, something like that. 2017 probably. I'm going to keep this. I don't think it has a use inside, but with how much limited storage I have out here right now, this will be helpful. I've just moved the cats like back inside because they were stressing me out, dude. This is a gardening poster that I wanted to put up. This is a Canon selfie printer, which we have to see if it even works still. A cheap paper cutter that doesn't work. And I'm going to keep the Canon selfie printer. This was like the biggest purchase I ever made for journaling. If it's going up here, it's a keep. Yeah, I like this one. This is a decorative pot because it doesn't have a hole in the bottom of it. I do like its simplicity though. This is also a decorative pot because it doesn't have a hole in it. I can put a hole in this one. I can put a hole in that one too. I've got the drill bits. Yeah, I'll keep him. All of those I'm going to put in the front yard for someone to take. Again, I'm keeping more than I want to. I need to not beat myself up about it. I was beating myself up about it yesterday. I don't need to beat myself up about it. I'm allowed to keep things, but it's also important to recognize when I need to get rid of something. And I am getting rid of things, and that's brilliant. Now, it looks like I've still got a lot to do, but actually, I don't think I do. This pile here to deal with, which is the white thing, is a chicken coop, which just needs to go into the garden shed. The bidet needs to be put on the toilet, but I need to get a plumber out. All those tubs are keeps. A bunch of that stuff on there will most likely be a keep. That is for the 3D printer. Those cages are a keep. Those shelves are a keep. They're gonna stay in here. Gonna keep those tubs, that shelf, most of over there is a keep. It's just a matter now of finalizing everything and putting everything sort of up against walls and stuff so that I can actually move around this garage a bit easier. So far, that tub there is what I'm getting rid of. I think this is going okay. I think it's going okay. I just had like like an hour break. I just wanted to stop, but also that phone needed to charge. This is recycling that I need to take to recycle center, but I'm gonna wait till I have a couple more bags. Okay. This has a bunch of journaling stuff in it. And this is like, oh, okay. All right, found the cockroach. Let's get the fuck out of me. Why do cockroaches, they look ugly. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Cockroaches just look gross.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Most of everything in this tub is gonna be a keep, I feel. This is what I call my glue book, and it's literally a book that I just glue in. That's literally its purpose. I find nice pictures that I like and things that I like, and I glue them in. This is a good empty tub. Not using it to store anything currently, but I could use it to store something. Most of these like containers I'm probably gonna keep, to be honest. I always feel like I don't have enough storage space for things. A lot of this smaller stuff could actually probably go in this tub, to be honest. So this tub has a bunch of like watercolor paints and stuff in it. But again, I don't know if they're usable. Now there is a cockroach in here somewhere. Ugh, there he is. Ugh. There's another one, but he's old and dying, I think. That's still good. Because Pilot G2, I do still enjoy the Pilot G2 pen. Allows you to refill, which is so good. This is paper. I'm gonna keep this. It needs to be cleaned out, but I'm gonna keep it. And then I'm not keeping any of these because I'm going to assume that most, if not all, of these watercolor paints, while they need to be cleaned, they feel fine. That doesn't appear to be like a use by date on them either. I'll probably keep these. I'll have to clean them and sanitize them. Cockroach poop. But I am gonna reevaluate keeping these, the paints I mean, because I haven't done anything with them in such a long time. I need to like, just be cautious that I'm not keeping things for the sake of keeping things sometimes, which is totally okay. It's okay to keep things because I want to keep things. I've got more stamp stuff than I thought I had. Maybe I keep one like stamp set in terms of like letters and stuff, and then throw the rest. I do have a bigger like art category than I thought I was gonna have. Actually, I thought I was gonna get rid of more of my art stuff than I am. Common theme that I'm finding with this is I'm keeping more stuff than I thought I was going to keep, which again, it's fine, I'm allowed to keep things. I don't want to put that stuff back in the wooden box. I'm keeping the wooden box. I just don't want to put that stuff back in the wooden box because it's going to get forgotten about otherwise. Cute stamp set, good size letters. The inks aren't great. I know the inks aren't great. I remember using these and thinking the inks were trash. I've kept them in their container on purpose. I have used them. Again, I'm now thinking of keeping a couple of stamp sets. I think maybe a big one, a small one, a big one and a small one. It's not a bad idea. Like this one, I think that one's really cute. So I think I might keep these two for the moment. I'm gonna go back through my stamps again. Keeping this box. I'll just see if it works. I'll have to find to see if I've even got a fucking plug for it, to be honest. Even if I don't do anything with that, as in like productive wise, I can still shove it in the garden and it will compost, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So far, I am just moving things around, but that's all right. Now the question is, I've got to remove that out. That's the next big project, the next big thing. Do I want to begin maybe like a slight bit of organization and have like garden, tools, other? Because I feel like that might be beneficial. I've already started garden over there. Garden tools, other, and bring me the fuck inside. I need to bring that mop bucket inside. I need to bring the 3D printer inside, and I need to bring the stand for the 3D printer inside. I think I might do that. I think I might do... Put these in there. So this needs to be moved to the garden shed, and I think most of the stuff on top is probably keep, but I'll reevaluate that. When I tackle that, I want to tackle this shit first. This is garden, this is other. This is other because it's just a storage container for the moment. There we go. Storage containers, such as these, can be other. Garden, this needs to go inside. They're still in incredibly good condition considering. Storage tubs are other for the moment. Do I need to get a tub to put things in? I might have to get a tub to put things in. Now the cardboard is technically garden, but I don't think I want the cardboard there. I think the cardboard can stay there. Everything is now sorted into categories. How good. That needs to go to the garden shed. That's all rubbish. Cardboard, tools, art, other, sort of that. Those few things, that little area there, are going inside garden. It looks like there's a lot of other stuff, but it's all big shit. The progress that was made today in terms of organizing everything is, yeah, like a lot better. I can move in here freely and I know where I want this, it's a tool, okay, it's gonna be here, but if it's for the garden, it's probably gonna be over there. I managed to take the chicken coop into the garden shed. I've left the mower out because I'm gonna have to mow my yard within the next couple of days. I made a lot of progress today. My 3D printer and the stand is currently like right in front of me. There's still some things like I haven't properly decluttered yet. So in my yard, I've got like a bunch of cardboard laid down because obviously I'm gonna turn that into a garden area. On top of that, I've got like some like pots and stuff. I feel like that is stuff I can declutter as I'm going. Getting the garage organized allowed me to figure out what was out there and what I need to organize in the garage to make that a usable space for me. So now that I've done that, I think the next step is having a second pass through. And while I'm doing this second sweep, categorizing the items, I think organizing the items. While I was doing my first sweep was literally just, am I keeping it or am I not keeping it? Now my second sweep of these items needs to be, am I keeping it or not keeping it? And if I am keeping it, what sort of category does it belong to? And it doesn't have to be super specific, it can be a very generalized category. So that's gonna be my next step in the process. I've got 5 more days off from work, so I wanna smash out as much as I can within the next 5 days. Otherwise this project is gonna take a lot longer than I would like it to. All the tubs are essentially gonna go into the lounge room, and one tub at a time. I'm going to decide keep and what its category is. And then for every category, I'll just make a new tub. Because I've got plenty. I've got so many tubs. I'm so good for tubs.